some fun!
Buckle up, Buttercup. It's Pittsburgh Sports Talk.
I mean, that's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all.
Welcome to Pittsburgh Sports Talk. How you doing this morning, huh? Well, summer has come and gone. St. Patrick's Day 2018 has come and gone. Groundhog's Day has come and gone. Labor Day's come and gone. Halloween's come and gone. Well, ain't much left of 2018. That is, unless you're, a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. The season's just ramping up. Say it with me, baby. Ricola. Yeah, I can't believe nobody else has been saying that on the old intranet. Ricola. Do you like this, kid? Do you like how your Pittsburgh Penguins are shaping up? I do. It's kind of like 2 years ago when they won the Cup. Just kind of plodding along. It's a long season. Nobody needs to get banged up this early into the year. Except for, one guy's playing like it's the playoffs. That's your captain, Sidney Crosby, number 87. But we'll get back to some Penguins talk here in a little bit, especially an emotional night there Tuesday at the Igloo. Got a great show for you lined up this week. I'm your host, Randy the Tank Taylor. Thanks for joining me right here every weekend. Same time, same bat channel, 8 a.m. It's real easy. You're having your coffee, you're heading to the soccer practice with the kids, or you're going to the game. Yeah, man, you're going to the game? Whatever game that may be. It may be West Virginia. It may be your Steelers, Pitt Panthers, Penn State. You're all heading somewhere. I know that. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're going to be talking some Steelers football pretty heavy because there is so much going on. If you're not paying attention, seriously, to your Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm not just talking about a 4-2-1 record, okay? We're going to peel back the black and gold proverbial onion layers this week. There's several things happening with your Steelers. Most of them are very, very significant. So significant, I'm starting to think this team could stumble ass backwards into, not only the playoffs, but all the way down to Atlanta in February for a little thing we call the Super Bowl, baby. Have a good breakfast, get some grapefruit in you, some vitamins, some bacon, because, that's what you need for a Super Bowl. But that's a long way off yet. We got a lot of work to do, and we got to focus in. So before we do anything, I was down on the South Side this week, Coach Tomlin's weekly press conference, and, something very interesting happened in that game. A lot of people, first of all, have screamed over the years that Mike Tomlin and his coaching staff, and we're going to get to Todd Haley, the bonehead, getting fired in Cleveland in the next, just in case you thought I forgot that. Ha! No way. Anyway, Tomlin takes a lot of heat for being a poor clock manager. Poor. It's such an important part of the game, especially anymore since it seems like the NFL is really about who has the ball in their hands at the end of the clock anymore in this, high-scoring league called the no-fun league, the NFL anymore. But more importantly, it's 4th and 1, deep into the second quarter. Pittsburgh Steelers have driven all the way down to the Cleveland 4-yard line. 3 attempts, they failed to put it in the end zone. 4th and inches, Mike Tomlin sprints down the sideline to get a, bird's eye, chicken's eye view of where the ball is. Is it an inch that they've got to get, or is it a full yard? Whatever the case is, Mike Tomlin made a cognitive decision to go for that touchdown. So let's go to my question to Coach and see how he responds to it. Then I'm going to give you my opinion on, well, a significant development.
Man, you got to love the National Football League. Questions?
Coach, late in the second quarter, it's 4th and 1. You're down on the Cleveland 4. Is there something you saw, a call that came in from one of the other coaches that made you go for the touchdown?
No, we just, we're thoughtfully aggressive. I'm not going to speak to anything specifically that was the tipping point, but those that know us know that we play to win, and we don't live in our fears.
When you convert something like that, you're trying to play off the momentum to build momentum for later in the game and confidence, I assume.
You can assume. I'm just playing to win.
All right, 4th down conversions. So that went well for Coach Tomlin on the Steelers as they converted. That was a moral touchdown. That was inflicting their, physical will on the Clowns of Cleveland. Probably led to Todd Haley's demise, but we're going to get into that later. Why was that so significant mentally? Tomlin says often we don't live in our fears. I want to go back to, that atrocity of a game last year against Jacksonville, not the first one, but the second one that cost you a date with destiny in the New England Bean Eaters for a game of vengeance, because we all knew we were getting by Jacksonville. We all knew we were going up to New England, and we had beaten them a couple weeks ago before that because Jesse did score a touchdown. Yes, he did. Despite what Al Riverstone, or whatever the hell his name in the NFL clowns called. Jesse scored. We all knew we were beating Jacksonville and heading up there against the Boston Meat Eaters and going to a Super Bowl last year, didn't we? Nah, Jacksonville had a different thing to say about that. They had a different thing to say. They said, no, you ain't. In that game last year, twice the Steelers failed on 4th and 1 conversions in Jacksonville territories. One of them, Big Ben should have just, run a quarterback sneak. To hell with Todd Haley. To hell with Todd Haley pitching the ball back 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 4 yards to catch up to 4 yards to get another half a yard. Todd Haley's thinking, what a moron. He got what he deserved to get fired up in Cleveland. But twice the Steelers failed on 4th and 1 conversions last year in Jacksonville territory. That should have left a sour taste in Mike Tomlin's gullet. But you know what it says? He says, and again, when we started the show, I said there's several significant things happening with this team. Number one, while your former 6-year stint offensive moron coordinator, Todd Haley, was getting fired up in Cleveland this week, Coach Randy Fitchner and his high-powered octane offense just went to work again. His spread offense, 9 different receivers last week caught the ball. 9. Todd Haley couldn't have figured out how to get the ball to 9 different people if the offense, the Steelers, was playing by themselves and there was no defense. That's how stupid Todd Haley was. Hang your hat on the fact that Randy Fitchner is your offensive coordinator and he knows what the hell he's doing. Look, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go watch ESPN 8 and look at some softball because you don't get it. Todd Haley didn't know what the hell he was doing. Hence the flea flicker plays and the double reverses when the game got too big for him and over his head. Do you know Todd Haley never played football? What'd you just say, Tank? I said to you, and Google it, or whatever the hell you do, Todd Haley never played football. He might have played 6th grade football, but he never played organized football in high school, college, or at the pro level. What the hell makes him qualified to be an offensive coordinator? Nothing. In fact, he's not, as of this morning, he's not an offensive coordinator. In Randy Fitchner, you have a bona fide football guru. Somebody who knows the games, played the game, been around the game all his life, understands the nuances of the game, and actually, you know what, is a pretty good offensive coordinator, in case you haven't figured that out at this point. So when Mike Tomlin decided not to live in his fears and go for it on 4th and 1 against the Cleveland Clowns last week, I argue to you, dear citizen, dear listener, it was more predicated on his, love of his offensive line, his love of his quarterback, his love of his wide receivers, his love of his tight ends, and more so, Mike Tomlin's newfound love of one of the game's best offensive coordinators, Randy Fitchner. All right, that's Tank's Take. We're going to a commercial break. Pittsburgh Sports Talk. We'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to go back to the Mike Tomlin press conference and listen to his synopsis of the upcoming game against the Cleveland Clowns. No, wait a minute. We already beat them. It's on to the Ravens of Baltimore.